Hello, I'm Lynda Hafner, top producing realtor at ERAQ Realty in Central Massachusetts. Today, I'm going to be talking to first-time home buyers. I'm going to continue into a little bit more depth in one of my last videos that talked about 13 answers to questions that first-time home buyers have. But today, we're going to talk about, can you buy a home with no money down? I wanted to go into a little further detail into this topic of no money down because I know as a first-time home buyer, you probably see those ads and of course they look very attractive. I mean, the idea of buying a house with no money down, wow, that would certainly make your life a lot easier and probably solve problems for you. However, I want you to be aware that there are quite a few restrictions to that no money down, and that's what I want to kind of go over with you. Let's talk about a little more detail as to who actually meets the requirements of the two primary government loans that offer the no money down program. Before I go into a lot of detail on the government loan programs that will allow you to put 0% down, just a word of caution for you. I want this to be your last resort option. If you have no other possible means of finding money to put down on a home, only because in a seller's market, they are receiving multiple offers. And if that is the situation, it's going to be very difficult for them to be willing to give someone with no money down the home that they are selling. They would much prefer to give their home or sell their home to someone who has a little more skin in the game and is more financially secure. So just keep that awareness in mind. You know, if there's no other way you can purchase a house, please by all means explore the two programs that I am going to talk about. But if there is any other way, try that first. Veterans loans do offer 0% financing to veterans. That could also apply to someone who's doing active duty for at least 90 days. And then also that qualification can be met for a spouse who has a deceased veteran who served 90 days. So those are the people who qualify for this type of loan. Again, it's best to talk with a lender to find out the specifics. But I do know that even sometimes just being in the reserves and having fulfilled this requirement, you can still qualify for this loan. So there are certain things you do want to talk with your lender about, and that would be like some of the extra fees and some of the requirements. They have different credit score requirements. They have different income requirements that all need to be made in order for you to get this VA loan with 0 down. Couple things to be aware of with the VA loan is you can apply for a VA loan through a normal bank. But if you do that, you do have to have a credit score of a minimum of around 580. And there are some extra things that you might want to be aware of. When you put 0% down, you're looking at a funding fee. That's a one-time fee that you get charged to use this loan. And for 0% down, it would be 2.3%, which is what I have right here. And then there's a maximum loan amount of $510,400, and they don't allow a debt-to-income ratio of more than 41%. So basically what that means is the monthly bills that you have, your credit card bills, your student loans, anything that goes against your credit, when you add all those up per month, they have to be 41% or lower than your gross monthly income. So that is something that if you play around with your numbers, you can figure that out. But those are just a few of the things that you want to know about a veteran's loan. Again, it only applies to the veterans. Now there's another loan. We're going to talk about that next. That's called USDA. So the next loan I want to talk about is another government program called USDA, which stands for United States Department of Agriculture. It's part of a rural development plan by the government that is encouraging people who have lower income means to potentially afford a home in a rural area. So what does that mean? Basically, it just means you can't make more than 115% of what the average person makes in that area. So to qualify for a USDA loan, you still need to have a fairly good credit score, preferably 640 or above, although sometimes they will make exceptions depending on the situation. And then they also want you to have a debt to income ratio of 50%. So they want to make sure that you have the ability to pay the money back. So debt to income, obviously, again, as I mentioned earlier, 50% of the bills that you have does not total more than 50% of your income. So they want to make sure that you have enough left on your income to pay this loan that they're going to give you. One more thing it's important to be aware of too about USDA is because it is encouraging rural development, you wouldn't be able to use a USDA loan in certain cities. They really are trying to get more into the suburbs, rural areas. So you would have to check with the lender as to which towns qualify and which towns do not. Both of these loan programs are fabulous if you have no other option and you really want to buy a home. If you have absolutely no financial means to buy a house any other way, then this is a great opportunity for you. Just be aware that you might have to have a little bit more patience and have a realtor who's very committed to helping you work it through. I have done both USDA loans and VA loans. They're a little bit more challenging. They require a little bit more paperwork. They tend to be a little bit more strict with the type of home you can buy and the safety requirements, but it could get you into a new home, which is just a dream if you want to own a home. If you need a recommendation for a lender who could help you see if you qualify for USDA or VA, or if you can find the means to even qualify with just as much as 3.5% for an FHA loan, please contact me. I have fabulous lenders that I work with that I could recommend to you. Reach out to me. I will send you that contact info. And if you're looking to buy or sell in Worcester County, please, by all means, give me a call. I love helping buyers find that perfect home. Have a great day.